Welcome to Small Aid. This was my mount, very improvised mount as you can see, for my indicator, my Chinese indicator. I'm glad we're throwing this away and putting something a bit better, a bit more, I don't know if you could say well made, but a bit more elegant. And this is some brass stock. This is aluminum stock. I could swear I had brass stock. I wanted to turn it down and so on, but I didn't have round stock in this measurement, and I didn't want to start fumbling with turning a square stock. Bottom line, this is quite nice. It works quite well. It locks and unlocks like so with a turn, and that's it. It's locked now. Fits the tool post, which is really nice. Again, you don't need a lot of pressure there. And there we go. Very simple build, very short video. Let me show you I made it. To be honest, that's the first time I'm milling aluminum. That was like cutting butter. Well, this was my old mount. It's just bicycle um, locking mechanism. I just found it thrown away. I am going to find a use for this piece of metal, just not going to be thrown away. I'm going to flatten it and make a small bar stock out of it if I need to. It's going to be in my scrap bin. I do find uses for things, well, for example, like my hammer. The piece of steel here in my hammer used to be just a plain piece of steel thrown away. Found it at the sidewalk. So as you can see, it's now fully functional and has been used quite a few times. And I really like it. Right, so we're taking that away, but not throwing it away. And this is the indicator. It's China made. These are the parts I've made, except for the screw, M6, of course, stainless. And I think it's time to assemble everything and see if it works well. Don't you think? Well, first things first, we'll need to put this in. Put the sleeve in. And then we need to... There we go. You can see it's locking in the angle. All I have to do is tighten the nut. And this is really rigid. I can open this by hand, but only if I go counterclockwise, which opens the nut. Right, so let's test it. This is our setup. There we go. We can lock this in place. Not much force is necessary. And we can lock this at the correct angle required. There we go, like that. That's because just exactly what I want right now. And I'll add just one last thing. Not that there is a chance of this thing coming loose. You saw how many times I have to thread it. But I want something nicer, smoother in case I bump into it. And this is just a plain locking nut. And as you can see, it has enough clearance. And I'll just lock it by hand. That's going to be good enough. So there we go. We got an indicator mount. And this indicator mount was inspired by Tubalcain, Mr. Pete. And I highly encourage you guys, and you probably know his YouTube channel by now, But if you don't, I highly encourage you guys to watch it because he has wonderful, wonderful videos. So this part is done. I'm really happy we got rid of this old improvisation that is about, oh, I think 4 years now. Ever since I got the Unimat, I had it with me, and I really wanted to do something a bit more elegant, a bit nicer and easier to use, and user friendly and so on. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.